With Wrath of the Lich King Classic and Dragonflight just around the corner, it is a perfect time to come back into the game or try it out for the first time. No matter which side are you on, you may wonder which version should be chosen. Don't worry, today we are going to take a look at the 3 important factors that should be considered before making the choice. Feel free to write your reasoning behind playing each version in the comment section below. If this video will help you out, don't forget to like and subscribe to help me beat the algorithm and rise from the bottom of the YouTube universe. Alright, if you have already smashed that like and subscribe button, let's get into the video. First and foremost, the decision should be made whether you prefer a more classic style of play, where things take more time to achieve, or a more modern approach, where things tend to be served on a plate. What exactly I mean by that, you may ask. Even though Wrath of the Lich King has started a more casual style of play in WoW, it still contains a lot of vanilla structure of gameplay, where things take a lot of time to get. Leveling, gear progression, exploring, training profession, it still takes a lot of effort to get max out. Lots of grinding, let's say, whereas in retail it doesn't take that long. There's a lot of systems that allow you to catch up even when you are behind. So for example, if you start now in classic TBC version to begin preparation for Wrath, you will have tons of hours before you, whilst in Shadowlands the process will be more smooth, as for example gear is easier to get and you don't need that many hours played during the week to get your vault rewards, which basically is always an upgrade for you depending on what activities you have done in the current week. So to make it simple, by taking the same amount of hours during the week, you can be pretty sure to get some upgrade on retail version, whereas in classic it all depends on RNG and you can be left behind if you don't put more effort into your character. So to wrap it up, in Shadowlands is more suitable for casual players that can expect to improve every week, even when not playing that much, whilst on Classic you definitely need more time to make endgame more rewarding. As for PvP, the difference is not that big, as at this moment many people are fully geared, and on both versions will be hard to catch up, but with new expansions everybody will have a new start, so it kinda makes things even. Storytelling is quite an important aspect of the current games. Things have changed over the time, so killing wolves for their pelts over and over again can be quite boring, especially nowadays where people expect to have some kind of purpose to their actions. Shadowlands and upcoming Dragonflight is definitely a clear winner here. Even though Classic has its own great stories to be discovered along your leveling journey, the way it is presented is exactly what you would expect from an older game, so by choosing Burning Crusade with upcoming Wrath of the Lich King, you can expect walls of text to be read to get a hang of what is going on. Just like mentioned before, Wrath has seen a lot of upgrades to the system, so we do have some nice cutscenes to be watched, but those are really only for important events, while the whole storytelling is kept in the classic quest objectives way. Retail, on the other hand, has a more accessible way of showing the story that contains great voice acting, lots of in-game cutscenes, and quests that often group you up with NPCs that can narrate what is going on while completing the objectives. Also, Battle for Azeroth campaign, which is the default way of leveling, sets you up nicely in the Shadowlands story, so you kinda know what is going on, while Classic is more of a fresh adventure experience where you slowly get to know the world and help people with local problems, as there is no set background to the whole adventure in this case. Of course, it's up to you to decide, more classic sandbox experience versus a clear path to be taken that has some very nice storytelling. Be sure to check out my Let's Play videos where I run parallel playthroughs in vanilla and retail servers, so you can get a hang of how it looks in each version. Links in the description. In the end, World of Warcraft is an MMO, and even though nowadays the genre requires more solo activities to satisfy more people, the party activities are still the main reason to play MMOs. While considering Classic, it may seem to be more approachable for new players, as firstly rotations and overall class complexity were not that hard. In TBC, most of the classes has like 3 buttons in rotations at maximum, so you can focus more on fight mechanics in dungeon missions and raids. Secondly, the fights themselves seem to be less difficult as it was still beginning of the Blizzard journey in PvE content, so mechanics are easier to overcome and lots of fights are just tank and spank mode. Retail version on the other hand is more APM heavy. Not only rotations and cooldowns management is more important for average performance, fights are full of different mechanics to make things more interesting and challenging over the time. Of course, everything also depends on the difficulty you are tackling at the moment, so it doesn't mean that normals or heroics will be a hell of a ride, but if you aim for some medium level content difficulty, Retail WoW will definitely require more attention from you. In the end, it all comes down to experience, and in both versions you can kill things quickly and efficiently without too much effort after some time. So I'd rather speak about the entry level, although current mythics on Retail really seem to be quite challenging. So if that's what you're looking for, you should definitely try Shadowlands and upcoming Dragonflight out. To wrap things up, both versions have their advantages, and I think that those are three most important factors to consider before choosing one. Personally, I feel like Classic offers more relaxing sandbox playstyle, where you can take time to learn things and enjoy some exploring in different parts of the vast world. Retail, though, is more focused on certain events and gives you opportunity to catch up to the story with nice campaigns that offer catch-up systems both lore-wise and gear-wise when you hit that endgame. Now, it's up to you to decide. We still have some time as Dragonflight is expected to be released somewhere around Christmas this year, and Wrath of the Lich King beta starts in July-August, so probably it will hit live servers somewhere in the middle of October. Alright guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if so, hit that like and subscribe button for more. Cheers.